Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I really appreciate your time. Thank you for watching. I'm going to show you something that I have fallen in love with. This little bad boy right here is called the S10R Baton 3 from Olight. You can tell right there. This was sent to me by a representative from Olight who said, check this out. We know you're going to love it. Let us know what you think. And let me start by saying, as a former police officer, someone who has fallen in love with equipment that he's tested over the years and stands behind it and will only buy from one or two companies because of the quality of the product, I was skeptical when it was sent to me because look at the size of it. This is less than 3 inches tall. I mean, look at this. It's not very big at all. It's very, very small. You can see it is an LED light there. It's very, it's minuscule. It's like the size of my thumb. I mean, if I hold it up, it actually is the size of my thumb. So when they sent me this light and I opened it up, I was like, let's see what this can do. So first off, the specs on this thing, this is 600 lumens on maximum output. It does have a couple different modes, and it's very, very bright. Now the previous version of this, which was the S10R2, was 500 lumens. So this new model is a bump up in brightness by 100 lumens, which is pretty significant, especially for something this small. It does have a pocket clip, as you can see, which is reversible. You can take that right off. And this thing you can wear anywhere. And I can keep this on my person at all times without even knowing it's there. And nobody else knows it's there either. Not that it's a big deal, but it doesn't bother me that I'm wearing a flashlight. And on that same note, it's extremely, extremely light. Even with the battery in this thing, and I'll show you the battery in a second, this is under 3 ounces. It's super light. It's very small. I mean, if you can't carry this every day, I don't know what you carry, because this is amazing. It really is, just by the first impression. It's aluminum. It's got a checkered surface so that it helps your grip. It does have flat surfaces around it, so if you don't use the pocket clip, it's not going to roll away on you. You can see it does have the anodized blue around the on-off switch, as well as around the lens itself, and the tail cap. Now look at the tail cap. That spot there is for their charger, and it's also magnetic, which came in huge during my testing of this. In keeping with their small form function, this is the Olight charger. It is made of plastic. The charging base is metal. It does have an LED, which I'll show you momentarily. And it also has that there. If I can zoom in on that. There you go. Extend. So you can pair this with, you can have a couple different lights tethered together and charge them all off the same outlet. You can use that also for whatever, for your cell phone or whatever. You can charge anything because it's just a USB outlet. And then here is the micro USB input, and they give you the cord as well. So this is how easy it is, okay? Do this on camera. It's always easier looking at something instead of down the camera lens, but you just plug this on. I'm gonna use my computer. Plug it into my Mac. Okay, and that's that. The bottom has 3 suction cups so that you can firmly attach it to whatever smooth surface you want. This isn't a smooth surface, so it's not gonna stick, but it's that simple. There you go, it's charging. Red indicates charging, green indicates full charge. I use this thing a lot. What really sold me on this is how I actually use this, and I wasn't planning on using it this way. I had to do a repair in my house on my dryer vent. Now my dryer vent goes underneath a floor, and I had to get some sort of light source in a 4-inch hole, including my arm, and I got a pretty big arm, so there wasn't much room. And this thing came in perfect. I didn't even think about it. I just happened to have it in my pocket that day and utilized it. And this was, it was amazing. You can get this in the smallest of places. Look how small it is. Some places that you can't get some of the bigger lights that you might have as we speak. Let's check out the box real quick. This is the box that's going to come in. And I really do suggest you get one of these. This is an amazing light. But here you go. You can see it's from Olight, the S10R Baton 3. And the R stands for rechargeable. They do make a non-rechargeable version. And you can get 15 days of use on one charge mode, and we'll go over that in a minute. It is waterproof. It's got the IPX8 waterproof rating, which is up to 2 meters. And the throw of the light is 118 meters, which is extremely impressive for a sub 3-inch light. And it does come with one rechargeable CR123A battery from Olight. And this is their packaging. Let me show you a little closer. Here you can see the specs. They do have high, which is 600 lumens, and then it steps down after a little bit so that it doesn't get too hot. It'll step down to 300. Medium is 120. Low is 12 lumens, and they have what's called a moon mode. Easy to say that. Moon mode, which is half a lumen, and you'll get 15 days of burn time out of that setting right there on a full charge. You can see on high, you get 1.5 minutes at 600 lumens, and then it'll step down to 300, where you can get 60 minutes out of. You get 120 lumens, you'll get 160 minutes out of it. At 12, which is low, you'll get 33 hours out of it, and then the 15 days, like I said before. If you're into the Candela ratings, it's 3,500 CDs. Again, the waterproof rating. It is impact resistance, drop rated to 1.5 meters. And here are your dimensions. It's 68.5 millimeters or 2.7 inches in length. Like I said, sub 3. The bezel is 23 millimeters or 0.91 inches, so it's less than an inch in diameter. Again, the weight is very light, 2 ounces, including the battery. 2 ounces, 58 grams. And again, on the side, it does tell you it comes with the rechargeable battery, the charging dock, and it does come with a lanyard as well. So how do you get to those different modes if you're new to LED style flashlights? Okay, so turning the side switch here, it's tactile. You press it once, okay, and then if you press and hold, it'll go through the cycle through the modes there. So you can see how bright it is there. That's high mode, that's the 600 lumens. And you can see how bright it is. Now the camera I'm using will adjust for the light, so you're really not going to see just how intense this light is from looking through the camera, but know that this is no joke. I've used this light at midnight at work, and it's just like throwing a little daylight. Now, if you press and hold again, it'll cycle back down. You see low, medium, and high. There's low. That's your 12 lumens. Doesn't look like a lot, but at night, that's bright. In fact, I didn't realize how bright 12 lumens was until I started using the moon mode, which is 1/2 of a lumen, and that is perfect for night vision. Like if you drop something in your car, I'll show you how to get to that. You turn it off here, and you just press and hold, and it comes into moon mode. I don't know if you can pick it up because the camera will adjust, but I'll turn it to the camera here. Now that's moon mode, 1/2 lumen. You think to yourself, man, that's nothing. But at night, believe it or not, that is plenty to see around without destroying your night vision. And then to get out of that, you can just press and hold, and it cycles back through. Now, once you are on, regardless of your setting, if you hit three rapid clicks of the side switch here, and it goes into strobe. Now, the strobe is good for disorienting anybody or an attacker if you're going to use this for a self-defense light. Or whatever, you want to stun that coyote that's in your yard, you could use that too. So let's show you the battery that comes with it. It's unscrewed from the bottom. As you can see here on the bottom, there are 2 little dimples here, and there's a hole in between. That's where you can stick your lanyard. Run your little lanyard through there if you so wish to carry that. I choose not to. But as you unscrew the tail cap, you're going to see here's your battery. Now, the battery, for what we're used to, I guess, on every other flashlight I've seen, it goes in upside down. It goes in a negative first, a negative towards the LED. But here is the rechargeable battery. You can see 3.7 volts. It's 650 milliamp hours. And you see this, again, CR123A, it's just a rechargeable version. And that came with them. This is specific for high drain devices. So if you are going to buy some as backups, make sure you get a high drain version. And it does come in with a built-in circuit board which prevents overcharging or over discharging, etc. So you don't have to worry about this getting too hot, and having some type of leakage or worse. So when you put it back in, you got to make sure, like I said, it goes in upside down. And then screw her back on. Let's talk about this pocket clip. This pocket clip is super strong. I have had this on jeans, no issue, no problem. I've even had it on basketball shorts when I was just bumming around in the garage, and it held on. There's no problem at all. You can see it does have a little dimple right here. You can see it right there through the camera, and that will help pin it to whatever fabric you have. So very impressive, and again, that is removable. You can just snap that right off. You can take it off, you can reverse it so that it'll carry, right, the way it's set up, it carries lens up. If you want to carry it lens down, tail cap up, you can do that as well just by flipping it. The S10R Baton 3 from Olight. Now, how can you get one of these? Well, I'm going to have in my description, and I'll put them on the screen here, 2 links. One is to the Olight official store, and one is to their Amazon store. So regardless of how you shop online, you can get it, and I would strongly suggest you do it. The price on this, the S10R Baton 3 from Olight, is $59.95, and you can get that right on their website. Like I said, link is in my description. It's at www.olightstore.com. Olightstore.com is their official store, and the link that I'll put in the description for Amazon is a $64.95 price tag, and that's because it comes with a second battery. So if you want to have 2 batteries, one is a backup, and you don't want to buy your own battery, go find them at the store, you can choose this option, and you're good to go. If you're into the tech, what type of LED is actually in this? This is a luminous SST40 LED. It's extremely bright, and it's an LED, so it's going to last forever. So you don't have to worry about it. This thing will take a beating, and it's going to be there when you need it. Now, I mentioned to you that I fell in love with this thing because of how small it was. It could fit where I needed it to go, inside a 4-inch hole in the floor when I was doing my dryer duct work. But because this was magnetic, I could stick this anywhere, and it would just stay where I needed it. You can see the base, like I said, is magnetic, so I click it on. Now picture if this was just like a metal wall or a washing machine or whatever. Whatever metal object you're working with, you can pin that there. Toolbox, I used it on the side of my toolbox a couple times when I was working on stuff, and it just stays where you put it. And you don't need the charge. I'm just using that as a visual prop, but this will stick to whatever you want. That's metal, and it's just having hands-free light. It's amazing. The S10R Baton 3 from Olight, the new version, 600 lumens, smaller than your thumb, can get in any place you can possibly think of, and it's extremely versatile, very light, and very durable. Check it out, guys. For 60 bucks, you can't go wrong. I know I have lights that I've paid almost 10 times that, and this has them beat. Amazing for such a small product. Thank you for your time. This is Jared from Guns and Gadgets. Until we see each other again, be safe, stay vigilant, carry a weapon. Take care, everybody.